Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So Jagex have finally dropped it, the first post on the player-owned house rework in 120 construction. Now, I have had a bit of a quick read through this, and this isn't going to be a detailed post at all. It's just going to open up the original ideas and are going to look for some feedback from us in the Discord channel and also Reddit as well on what we think should come to the 120 construction update. Now, this is something which is still going to come in the summer, and what they're trying to do with this post, and it's going to be one of a couple, I think, where they'll gradually give us more and more info, what's going to come in terms of the update, is just to basically let out what the vision of construction is, both as skill and also the player-owned house. In terms of this update, the player-owned house is almost as important as the 120 skill itself. Compared to the old game, the Runescape 3 player-owned house is miles away in terms of usefulness, and also what you can get from it as well. With construction, it's kind of misguided and kind of lost a little bit in RuneScape 3, whereas in 07, they've properly utilized the player-owned house to be kind of embedded in the actual gameplay of playing day by day. So the first post here is, what is our vision for construction as a skill in the player-owned house? So what this post basically says is they want the house to, pretty much like in the old game, be a basis and a hub for the player to consistently be there. Whether it's for a long trip or a short trip, the house should bring some benefit to the player. Because of the levels and time invested in that skill, it should be paid back through the house. Now, what I think they're going to be doing a bit more than what the 07 game is going to be is customizable. Customizing all the stuff in the house to what the player wants in terms of how it looks. But it's going to be nice where you're going to have things where it's going to involve Slayer, farming, archaeology as well. The archaeology thing I briefly read before sort of doing the video. And I'm really sort of hoping this is going to be as good as what we say it is, because it should save us A, a massive headache, and B, a massive amount of bank space as well. So hopefully we'll be able to see where we go in terms of that. So the first thing they've mentioned is hyper customizable. So this is what they want this update to be, is very personable to the player, to be changed and to reflect what the player wants as well, which is really nice actually. So very excitingly, we want to offer a much greater degree of personalization and customization for how you place your rooms and furniture, along with much more modern day and easy use to build systems. We're decoupling furniture from specific rooms. No longer are you forced to have your larder in your kitchen. Enjoy quick access from the bedroom for a midnight snack. So the system they're developing is going to allow you to click on any tile to place an object, but then be able to click and drag it to anywhere else in the room you want to, just so you can customize it. And if you want to change it, it's so much easier to change as well. But what I like about this as well, they mentioned before you will be sort of stuck with having your telescope in your study. Like, that's the only room you can put the telescope in. And now they're saying you can put the telescope in any room as well. So let's say you wanting to train prayer and you want it really quickly to go and check the telescope, see if a shooting star is anywhere near. And you can now do that, which is really nice. Room shapes is going to be changed as well. So again, they're making it so easy just to bend and flex and customize the rooms to really appease to what people want. And just to give you a creativity level of just being able to design whatever kind of house you want, which again is really nice and kind of what construction should have been as well. Like, when they've mentioned it in this post, it's made me realize that construction is very rigid in terms of skill. There's nothing really you could change. And also the old style of like training it, of just building a table, ripping it out, building a table, ripping it out, kind of makes it like feel like quite limited and quite repetitive as well. So furniture. So we've reconsidered the way construction is trained, as the old format doesn't work within the new system, especially considering the decoupled furniture slots. If the old current way of training construction is largely focused on building a spot, the new system will instead focus on building an object. Thinking of creating furniture objects such as placing your player-owned house inventory, perhaps called a furniture trunk, and then you can place wherever you want in your house. So the emphasis of construction now and construction training is that you build something in almost like a storage area. And then once it's built, you can then put it in your house as well, which is actually pretty nice. It's a nice way to do it actually, because then it can also go into storage. Maybe as well, it can have a make X. Hopefully if they have a make X or an AFK way to go and train your construction in this manner, it's considerably slower than someone who wants to interactively do it, but we shall see. But the nice thing about this as well, let's say you go and make a demonic throne, and this is the example we use in this post as well. If you wanted to rip your demonic throne out to make another one, or if you wanted to reshape your house and move your house around, that's going to cost you 25 mil. Whereas with this sort of furniture, almost like a storm barn where you can go and store stuff, you can just go and throw your furniture or your demonic throne in this case into the storm barn and store it there, which is actually really nice. It's going to save a lot of players a lot of hassle when they decide to want to go and change things around, which is really nice. And to have something in terms of storage is really good. Now, this is where it starts to get good, and this is where it starts to get to the point we want it to be. So functional furniture, what things are we going to have to benefit your skilling life? So the first thing they mentioned is a portal nexus, which 100% this should be one of the first things on the menu, because in the old school RuneScape game, the Nexus is vital. If you don't have a Nexus, you are so limited. So having the Nexus, which will give you all manner of teleports, and I'm really interested if they're going to limit it just to like magical teleports. If you could use the Nexus and also have things like a jewelry box, which will contain all of the different jewelry items. I know in Runescape 3 we have like the Passage of the Abyss. Again, maybe you use that in terms of using it as a consumable and having that option in your house. Who knows? But a portal Nexus is definitely a big one. A really nice one, and one I mentioned earlier on, is an artifact storage unit. So this for archaeology will help you store your artifacts, and just means that you're not going to use up all your bank space. I think this can be a really nice thing as long as they're stackable. If they're stackable and you can see them actually in their slot on the archaeology collection log as well, just so it's really organized, so it's there by level tier as well, and just really organized, it can be a great way to have a thing to involve archaeologists in terms of a house. It means that you're not going to waste all that bank storage space in terms of your bank as well, because especially if you're doing a lot of archaeology, or for me, when I'm opening a lot of Tetras, the amount of bank space which just get consumed by different artifacts is an awful lot as well. And maybe it can encourage you not to throw them away. So one thing which has hurt me a lot from these Tetra videos is I've received a lot of artifacts which I could have disassembled to historic components. In a minute, historic components are worth a bank, so I could have made a lot of money through that. But because I'm 200 mil archaeology, because I had no meaning or no purpose to those artifacts, I basically destroyed them. If I had the storage, I could just throw them there, and then a rainy day might happen, some more changes to perks might happen, and the historic components might go ballistic in terms of price, and I could just have them stored there as well. So, don't know. I think that's a really good update as well. Very happy with that. A potion cauldron as well is the third one they've mentioned. A way to store your potions by drinking directly from the cauldron. You might be able to benefit from extended durations of the associated effects. Again, really nice for that. Not quite sure if that's 100% needed, but you know, we'll take it. Again, I don't think we need something the same as like what 07 has in terms of the restoration well, or I can't remember what the name of it is. But again, it's the ideas, and I'm liking that they're thinking about doing things which associate with skills as well. But really interested. Those three are pretty big in terms of what we want, which is really nice. After that, we have the decorative furniture. Again, there's stuff you want to customize and make sort of shared as well, which is really, really nice. And with all the functional furniture, we've got a lot of great ideas for player-owned house. And don't forget as well, all the different tiers of wood and planks and all that sort of stuff is going to be used in the player-owned house as well. So that's going to give a great chance to go and make some GP from it as well. Now, decommission the old player-owned house. When the new arrives, the old must depart. We will be decommissioning the old player-owned house when this update launches later this year. Because what happens with everything in your own player-owned house. So with the removal of the old player-owned house, most of your items will be sort of kept. It will automatically be converted into an associated object. It seems like everything will be as well. So if you built a demonic throne in your player-owned house, you will have a demonic throne object in your new player-owned house furniture trunk, which is nice. So basically what it's saying is, they're going to delete the old player-owned house system. Anything you have in your player-owned house currently is going to move into your decommission system. Although they've not mentioned any like wardrobe or any sort of items stored in there as well, which that's something I'll definitely be checking in the next couple of posts, because you don't want to be there and all of your clue items and all the stuff you put in your wardrobe has vanished since. So yeah, and then the shared community. We don't want the player-owned house to be a single off silos. Shared community spaces is a really important aspect. And again, if you're someone who played the game a long time ago, the player-owned house parties were a big thing. People used to train prayer there as well. We're trying to think of a way to involve the community as well. But as always, they're looking for feedback on the official threads on Discord and Reddit. If you have any ideas associated to this, you want to see in the 120 construction update or the player-owned house update as well, make sure to go and drop it out. But this is a very broad one, just more letting us know like what we're currently thinking and stuff. I really like the ideas already, but I think this is going to be a banging update. I think the player-owned house is going to be completely revitalized and use in the level of what 07 is as well. But nothing too heavy in terms of this, just some ideas floating out. Again, really encourage you guys, if you want to give some feedback, you want to give some ideas, go and feedback in the Reddit or the Discord as well, because they're trying to sort of get some feedback from us to change things and some ideas as well, which is a really big move as well for the forward. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.